Welcome back to the sessions. Let me start the session for today. Meanwhile, others can join parallelly. So, in the last week, team, on Thursday, on Wednesday and Thursday, we had demos on our Oracle Fusion HCM Cloud applications, right? So, last 2 days, what we have seen, team, let me have a quick recap of them and then we'll proceed with the today's concept that what we plan for team. Okay. So, in the last two demos, team, in the very first session, we were talking about this agenda team. Like I have introduced it to you, the concept of ERP, and then I explained you what is this Oracle Fusion applications is about and its evaluation overview. I mean, when Oracle introduced these applications in the market, prior to Oracle Fusion, what are the existing ERP products we have in the market? The entire background of the Fusion application we discussed here, team. And then I also explained you what are the types of companies involved. Something like what is vendor company, who is the client or customer, and who is the consulting company, right team? These all things we have discussed here. And once we learn this technology, in what sort of companies that we will be working, I have also explained you here. And during this time, we have also seen Oracle Fusion environment releases team. I mean to say, when Oracle introduced these applications in the market, what is the version that they came up with, right? What is the release version they came up with? And since then, how it got evolved and what is the latest version of the application, and also what is the upgradation policy that Oracle following every year, and during that time what is the sequence pattern that Oracle following for every quarterly upgrade for providing to their application team, right? And then we also discuss it, team, modules in Oracle HCM Cloud. Like what are all the total concepts that we have in this technology? What comes under functional? What comes under technical? Right? And then as part of this program, what we are going to cover, and also different types of market roles. I mean to say, whether you have to learn only functional or only technical or techno functional, what is the average consultants in the projects will be working based upon the role wise. We have seen team all this stuff. And also I spoke about the career opportunities in this technology. Like first of all, for whom this program is for, whether any coding is required to learn this or not, or what sort of opportunities you have in the market, what sort of companies recruiting you in this technology, the kind of packages or salaries that companies offering, that all we have seen here on day one demo. And on Thursday, day two, I have explained you Oracle's knowledge repository, like where in the internet we have to go and access standard Oracle delivered documents in the system. How to go to repository, how to go to docs.oracle.com, how to download Oracle delivered standard documents, or every quarter when Oracle upgrading their application team, right? What are the new enhancements Oracle bringing in the system? How to access that information? That all I have explained you in our day two session team on Thursday last week. And then I also introduced it to you Oracle certification process team, right? If anyone want to do Oracle certification, what is the process that we have, what is the cost for each module, what is the examination pattern, validity, these all things we discuss it, team. And post that, I introduce it to you the Fusion HCM Cloud applications team, right? What are the different names that we can call the Fusion application? Client to client in the URL, how that 4 characters pod number will differentiate, right? These all basic intro about the Fusion application we have seen, team. In fact, I logged in and also I have explained or navigated to basic home screen functionalities in the Fusion application, right, team? These are the things that we discussed in our last 2 demo classes, team. On Friday, there is no session. I have given the break. As such, some of the candidates who joined till Friday late evening, they were requested for holding the session for that day to complete their demos and to be on a track. So we canceled the session on Friday. Saturday and Sunday, of course, we don't have the sessions because Monday to Friday only our schedule, team. So we don't have anything. And today is Monday. We are resuming back. I hope everyone is with me. All participants in the call. Some people lately joining. We should get more 90 plus, but some of them probably following the recordings and all might not be joining the live. For everyone, team, I'm telling you, please be with me. What happened so far and now what we are going to discuss. Clear, right? So now today we are resuming back with our sessions. So now, team, first 2 days, the introduction part, everything we have seen, team. Whenever we are going to start the training, the very first module that we have to start with will be security administration in the Fusion system, team. Any project implementation you go in the real time, okay, you have to get the knowledge first on this security, and you will be starting with this particular configurations only, team. Any project in the real time you go, team, you will be starting with this security administration in the Fusion system. What is this module is about, team? What we are going to do in this? Basically, team, in the security administration, team, we have 2 concepts in the system. What are they, team? One is user account management. Okay. One is user account management and the other is role management, team. In the entire security administration, we are going to have 2 concepts, team. One is user account management and the other one is role management in the system. What are these, Kumar? User account management, role management. Huh? What are these things? I'll tell you, team. 2 concepts we have in security module: user account management and role management in the system. See, in security administration module only, we are going to see how to create the user accounts in the system. I told you, right, team? In order to access Fusion application, please follow. In order to access Fusion application, we require user account to log in, team. Correct? My user is hcm.lab and I have a password. And if I sign in, then only I will be able to enter the Fusion application. Now, team, whenever we go for the project, for example, take this only, team. Let's assume Tata is the client team. Tata Group is the client team. Okay. Let me use some other color coding. Okay. Tata purchased the product from Oracle. He is the client. Let's say Tata given the project to, let's say, Accenture. every one of us know, or let's say team, I will take Infosys. Okay, let's assume team, Tata Group is the client who purchased the product from Oracle team. Okay, now what Tata Group did team? Tata, after purchasing the product from Oracle, in order to configure the application according to their business requirement, Tata Group given the project to Infosys. Infosys is a consulting company or a software company in the market, right? So now Tata Group, assume it as your client. Every one of you feel like Tata Group is your client team. And you people are working in Infosys, Deloitte or Accenture, whatever the software company that you know team, you can take example. I'm taking Infosys. Let's suppose team, we are a team of 10 members, 10 resources team. So what Infosys done team? Infosys deployed all of our 10 members team for the client Tata team. Tata Group is the client for Infosys. Infosys got the project from Tata. Now Infosys have to implement, configure Oracle Fusion HCM Cloud application for his client Tata team. Okay, so let's say Infosys deployed 10 members team. So if you ask me project to project, the size of the numbers will differ team. If it is a big project, sometimes more than 10, 15, 20, we as a team will work. If it is a small client, small project team, then 4 or 5 people as a team also we will work. There are situations where we 3 or 4 members implemented the projects for clients, for some of the Middle East clients who are very small team. It depends. I can't say exact count, but let's assume in the example, now Infosys deployed 10 resources team. We call as implementation users. We are called as implementation users team in the system, or implementation team. We call as, okay, implementation users or implementation team. So Infosys, our company, let's assume we all are working in this company. We are 10 members team now working for our client Tata. So when Infosys deployed to Tata team, all of our 10 members, we all should have access to the client application, no, to start working to implement the modules like core HR, absence, payroll, everything. We all of us should have access to the system. It means what team? We all of us should have user accounts in the system team. Am I right or wrong? Now we as a 10 members team working for our client Tata Group, all of our 10 members, our implementation team should have user accounts of the client application team, right? So usually what client will do, team, the client side IT team will be there, who will be the point of contact with us. Usually team, whenever we go for the project implementation for any client in the real time, the IT team of that client and the HR team of that client will be working with us, because IT team is responsible for all the applicational maintenance and all. HR team will give us the requirement team, how they want their application to configure and all. The HR team will give us the requirement team. So in real-time projects, what happens, the client-side IT team, they will create one user account for our project manager team. Usually in the real-time projects, we as a team will work for the client. But in our team, we have our project manager, team lead. These all people will be their team. So usually client, what they will do, the IT team in the client side, they will create one account for our team, for our project manager or for our team lead with all access team. And we, by using that account, for remaining all of our team members, we have to create our user accounts in the system team, because we all should have access to the client application. So in security administration module in the Fusion system, we will be working majorly on user account management. How to create new user account for any person in the Fusion system. So when it comes to user account creation in Fusion application team, we have two methods or two ways to define the user account team. One is automatically system system creating the user account, automatically system creating, and the other one is team manual way of creation team. Okay, one is automatically system generating and the other one is manual waiting. These are the two ways in the Fusion system the user accounts will be created, automatic and manual. What I mean by automatic team, see, for the employees in the system, basically team, here I told you we have a core HR module team, core HR module. In this module team, employee management in the Fusion system will happen. Let's assume we implemented all the modules, everything we configured, and we hand over the system to the client team. So in the day-to-day life, when client using the application team, the new employee hirings and all will happen in the core HR module. For the employees, for the employees of the client, okay, whenever hiring happening in the system, whenever hiring happening in the system, automatically system will generate. So usually team, let me click on sign in. Once we hand over the system to the client, let's suppose we configure all the modules team and we hand over this application to the client. Now client using it in their day-to-day life for all the HR activities team. So usually team, the end users means the client side HR people who using the system in the day-to-day life team. HRs will go to this my client group and they will go to this new person, and then team, if they want to hire the employee in the system, HR will come to hire an employee and they will hire the employees in the system here. Whenever HR hiring the employee, okay, the moment HR click on submitting, once the record created in the system, automatically system will generate user account. For our client side employees in core HR module, whenever HR hiring the employee, because team, it's a HR portal or a HR system. For every employee, user accounts is needed team, because employee have to log in and employee could able to check his own personal details, employment details, his salary details, his pay slips, or he can apply the leave from his portal, or he have to give his self appraisals, performance evaluation. Lot of things employee should be doing in the system in day-to-day life team. So every employee that hiring in the system in our client organization, they should have the application access team. But for them, system will automatically generate. HRs no need to create the user accounts manually team. So whenever this hiring transaction happening, system automatically generates the user account. This part, keep it for future discussion. In core HR module, when we come, I will practically show you by hiring the employee how system creating user account for the employees. But for them is not an issue now. Now we are in the initial implementation of the system. Now we are the implementation team. Just we got into the project. Now we require client application access to start configuring all the modules team. So we are not the client employees team. All of our 10 members, we will not be hired in the system. Why? We are not the employees of the client organization. No, we are just implementation partners to them, implementation team. Then how team? If at all hiring happening means system creating the accounts automatically. But for non-employees, for non-employees, like our implementation team, okay, for implementation users team, we have team manual way of creation. So first and the foremost thing, every one of us should know this part. How in the Fusion application, manually we can create the user accounts team. Okay, this part we will see in our core HR module team. Whenever hiring happening in the system, I will show you. But when we go for the project for the first time, client side IT team will create one account for our project manager and they will give to us. By using that account, we will log in for rest of our team members, for all of our implementation team. We have to create user accounts team. Then only every one of us in that team will have the user accounts and everyone can able to log in into the system and they can start working on the module configurations team, right? So how this can be done in the entire Fusion application, security and the user part will handle in a one single area called security console. We have something called security console in the Fusion application team. What is that? See here, if you come to after logging into the system team, now let's assume this is the project manager user login team that what client given to us. By using that, we logged in team. Now for remaining all team members, how we can create the user account? After logging in, if you want to work on security, users and all team, I told you, right? This is a Springboard area. And in Springboard, we have different functional areas I told you on Thursday session, right? Once after logging in, click on this arrow pointing towards the right. You will get a functional area called tools. What is that team? Here, tools. Click on tools. Under that, we have different sub-functional areas team. Under tools, we have something here called a team security console with a shield and with a lock symbol. Say security console. In Fusion application, the entire security will be handled in a one single place called security console. If some of you from e-business suite background, okay, how you used to have the security in EBS team? We used to have a separate concept like Oracle Identity Management, IDM, and then the access will be depending upon the responsibility like that. But in Fusion system, we have a roles concept replacing responsibility team, and you don't need to go to any separate extension. Within the Fusion application only, you have to come to tools and then come to security console. Click on that, you will land upon team this area. You have different options on the left hand side, roles, users, analytics, certificates. We have different options team. Here, come to users. Come to in projects in real time. What is the sequence that we follow? That same way our training also will be intended. This is the first step every one of us will do in the projects team. Because that is a basic thing, right? Every one of us in the team should get access to the client portal or application. Then only we can start configuring them in the system accordingly. That's what we are doing, team, right? Now I used our project manager login and I'm logging in. Assume it in that way. And for rest of all the team, we are creating the user accounts and their access to the application team. Come to users, you will land upon user accounts team here. Okay. Any existing users in the system, if you want to search, you can search here team. If you want to create any new user account for any person, come to add user account team. You will land upon add user account. So here is the place team. We will be configuring the user accounts for all of our implementation team. For our implementation team, we have to create our user accounts team. See, manual option will be there for employees also team. What is that team? For example, while HR hiring the employee in core HR module team, if the required information for user creation HR not given properly, some data discrepancies will be there team while HR hiring the employee. Some of the data they might miss the mandatory information to capture. So sometimes team system could not able to create the user accounts automatically. Very rare situations team. In exceptional cases I'm talking. In some situations, whenever HR hiring the employee, due to some data discrepancy, means some of the required information for user creation if HR not given while hiring the employee, system will not be creating the user accounts automatically. In that case, team, HR will manually create for them also. So manual creation option will be available for non-employees and even employees for whom when hiring happen, automatically user accounts not generated. Here team, see, when you come to add user account for creating the new user team, associated person information and person type. We will have two options team. None, worker. What are these two things team? None and worker. See, for any existing employee in the system, if you are creating a user account, means already in the core HR module, employee hired, but user account not created. HR want to manually create for that employee. Then person type choose as worker. Then one more field will come. You are intimating this user account I'm creating, the type is worker. Worker means employee. Then team. Already in the core HR module, if you hire the employee, that person is searchable here team. You can search worker. As it is a demo instance, sorry team, I'm keeping everyone in. As it is a demo instance team, some employees data available, training environment. Okay, you can search team, you can find some data. See, John Anderson, John Bernard. In this demo instance, whoever the employees data we have, they are coming team. So HR can select that person, click on OK. The details will copy here automatically team. See, employee first name, last name, everything will come from that. So for any existing employee in the system, if HR want to create the user account team, then HR will choose the worker, search that worker and proceed with the user creation. But that is not my requirement team. Now I'm creating the user account for our implementation team. We are not the employees in the client organization. We are not hired in the system team. We don't have employee record tagged. We are non-employees. Just user accounts in the system we will have team to configure all the modules and hand over to the client. Just user accounts. In that case team, when you come to add user account, person type, keep it as a none. Just user account for all of our team members team. Okay, none. Then account information, keep it active. Then only that account will work. When it will become inactive, when the user account will become locked, I will tell in next 10 minutes team. And advanced information, this is not required team. We have a separate concept like single sign-on team, but that as a HCM, we won't be handling. The other middleware and technical team will enable these options team. That's not part of HCM, you can ignore. Then team, to create the user account, here, user information. Category, we have the option as default. What is that? You will understand in next 15-20 minutes team. Here you have to give. For example, I have a person by name, okay, Abhishek Verma, okay. First name is Abhishek, last name is Verma. I'm giving that team, okay. Then email. What is the email of that person? As of now, one of my email I will use team kumar.oracle18@gmail.com. In real time, whatever is our user email of that particular person that we have to provide. Even phone details that you want team, you can provide, or else it is optional. Okay. Now you see team, the moment you given the email, automatically username field came up with that email ID. Who told the system to follow that? The user account username should be email ID that will be handled in category. That I will tell you, team. We can customize what usernames to be there in the system. That all different formats we have. Either email ID, either our first name dot last name. Different combinations we have. That I will tell you. But like this, team, to create any user account for our implementation team, we have to come to add user account, then you give the details, last name, first name, email, phone, username, then password. Okay, some password I am giving team. Okay, then we can proceed team. Now, creating the user account is sufficient? No. Okay, I'm creating the new user account team. Now, with this login credentials, when this person login, what functionalities the user should able to access in the system? We have something called role management will come into the picture. Now I'm creating new user account team. Okay, that person user account is kumar.oracle18@gmail.com. The user ID is nothing but for Abhishek Verma. I'm creating the new user account team. Creating the user account is sufficient? No team. We have something called a role management in the Fusion system. What is role management team? The entire security. Again, I am repeating. Okay, be with me. In Fusion system, the entire security working on a one single concept called RBAC. What is that team? Roles based access control. 5-star marked interview question to be noted team. In the entire Fusion application, the concept of security will be working on a one single concept called RBAC, roles based access control. Means for every module in the system, we have different modules, let's say team. For every module in the system, certain roles Oracle delivered to access that module's team. I will list out few of them in the PDF that what I have shared with you in the community on last Thursday. Today after the class, I will reshare it again, team. People who joined lately to the community, please find these all things in the document there. No need to write down anything now. For every module to access that module, the functionalities within that, Oracle given certain roles in the system team. They are for core HR, absence and talent. For these modules team, we have the roles that Oracle given team, something like human resource manager. Okay. Human resource manager, human resource specialist. Okay. Human resource manager, sorry, human resource analyst. Okay. Then for payroll module team, we have something like payroll manager. I will give the list of them for each module, what roles we have team. Payroll manager, payroll administrator. Okay. Okay. Then for compensation module team, we have compensation manager, compensation administrator. Okay. Then for OLC, Oracle Learning Cloud. We have learning specialist. We have some more team. Few of them I'm writing here. Then for ORC, we have something like a recruiting specialist. Okay. Then hiring manager, recruiter. We have different roles in that module team. So for every module to access in the system, that module and its functionalities team, Oracle delivered certain roles. So creating the user account will not suffice our requirement team. While you creating the user account in the system, whatever the roles that we are adding, the user will get access to the modules accordingly. That's what in the Fusion application, the security concept will be team. In security, only two concepts we have: user account management, role management. How to create the user accounts for employees, how, for non-employees, how. And when we create user account, how the concept of roles working team. So while we configuring the user account, we have to add all the module related roles to that user team. Then only he will get access to them. How, Kumar? Here, while you creating the user, add role is there. If you click on add role, here you can search team for each module what roles Oracle delivered. So one basic role is there in the system team by name employee. I will add that first of all, and we will log in with this new user account team. And let's see what access he is getting. Kumar, why two times coming employee, employee? Ignore that team because it's a training environment. Your previous batch people also practicing. So they created duplicate in custom role practicing and all that you will come later. Whenever you are practicing, okay, every one of us got access to this URL team. Again, I will ask the admin team to share it after the class. Please make use of it. Whenever you are practicing team, when you search for a role, this is the role name and this is the code ORA. ORA means Oracle. If the code starts with Ora, that is Oracle delivered seeded role team. This one is custom created by someone team. Why, Kumar, customly created? What will be the use of that? That we will see in the coming concepts team. So one of the basic role in the system, I'm adding to the user team, add role membership. Okay. Basic role, employee role is there that I'm adding team. So I'm creating the user now. I will complete the user creation team. Save and close. Save and close. The user account created. For verification team, if you want to check out in the same user account, you can keep in the search area user. You can search with his name, email, whatever you know, you can keep and you can search team. So I'm searching with Kumar.Oracle18. So see team, Abhishek Verma is the user. The username is this, the user account created. Let me try to log in with this user and let me check it out team. I'll open one more window incognito. Okay. Okay. Now I'm trying to log in with that Abhishek Verma team. What is the user ID team that we created? This one. So I'm using that team. kumar.oracle18@gmail.com. Then the password, what I given. See team, I'm logging in with that new user team and I'm signing in. Am I able to log in now? See, my page is loading. Yes, it means the user account we created is working. Now I logged in. Good evening, Abhishek Verma. This is what user creation the system. When we go for the projects, this is what the first activity that we will do. Every one of us in the system, we should have the application access of the client. Then only we will start our module configuration stream. Now see team, when I log in with this new user that I created, in the Springboard area, only minimal information I have team, me, procurement, tools. Under tools, again, no security console here, others. If I come here, see only these options coming up team. If I come here, only this. But for my user C team, the user that I logged in, hcm.lab. For our training purpose, I have used one user, no, hcm.lab. How many things I have in my access team? See, if I go to navigator, how many things I have? Under tools, I have security console also here, where I'm working on users and all team. Where is it? Here, right? And if I come here, I have different options, administration, this all stuff. But does all this person Abhishek Verma having? No. Why? Because for this Abhishek Verma, basic employee role I assign. Let us try to improvise. Let us try to add more roles. These all roles we will try to add to the user, and let's check it out, team. Okay. We'll try to add these all roles and we will check it out, team, whether this Abhishek getting more access or not. Okay, let me go to tools. Now I came to again HCM.lab screen, tools, security console, right, team, security console, users. Let me search, team. See, after you creating the account also, you can able to update the roles, everything, team. As a HR admin or as a admin, you can able to do whatever that you want, team. See, after searching the user account here, you can click on his name. You will land upon user account details page. So here, if you click on edit team, his entire user account will become editable. So if you want to change the username, first name, last name, these all things are customizable at any point of time. Here come to roles team. Earlier, only employee role we mapped. Now I want to add more roles team. Click on add role. Let's say I'm trying to add human resource manager. Ignore the other ones, duplicates. Aura one you pick up team. That is Oracle delivered. Select add role membership. Then human resource specialist. Okay, human resource specialist. Okay, select it, then add. Then human resource analyst. Okay, human resource analyst. Then payroll manager. Right, team? Payroll manager. Sorry, I have not picked up the Aura one. Okay, payroll manager, payroll administrator. We have different roles for payroll team that I am using here. I am selecting and adding. And then compensation manager. So whatever the roles that I want to assign to this user, I'm adding all the roles to the user team. Even if you have to give this security console access, please make a note of it, team. When you go to tools, okay, under tools, if you want security console access team, we have a role called IT security manager team. We have a role in the system called IT security manager. If this role assigned, then the user will have this security console access also, team. See, if you want, you can check it out, team. For our employee only, for this Abhishek, I'm adding that also, team. Add role. What is that? IT security manager. See, team, we have a role by name called IT security manager. If you add that role, security console access also will come. So, team, all my module related roles I'm adding, and even IT security, this assignable, these things you will come later, team. Wait. Click on save and close. Click on save and close. Now, team, for our user Abhishek Verma, all the module related roles we assigned, team. Now let us try to log in and check it out, whether any user level enhancements that you could able to find or not. Now only 4 tabs are there. Okay. Now let me sign out because parallelly we are doing in another window. Let me log out and log in again, team, and check it out. Okay. kumar.oracle18@gmail.com. See, when you are working parallelly, it will take slight bit of time, 30 seconds to 45 seconds team, to reflect the changes. That is the reason it is not showing team. or sometimes we have to switch the incognito to regular one. 1 second, team. I'll just log out from my user and I will check in this browser only, because some browser level cache issues also will create this kind of errors. Now let me log in with Kumar.Oracle 18 team. Now I logged out with our admin login, whatever the user I used. Now I'm logging in with new user of Abhishek Verma team. Let's check out team. Okay. Now you see, some additional concepts came team. Something like my enterprise tools. Okay. Still the user fully not came team. Actually, slight bit of time is expecting here. Let me check out another browser, because sometimes the browser issues also will not allow us to proceed further team. Let me log in this Edge browser and check it out. Right. Now see team, when I log in with my Abhishek Verma, I could able to see more access coming up. Earlier only 3 or 4. Now see team, I have more options came here. See, and if I go to my client groups, I could able to see absences, goals, performance, talent review, payroll, right team, and then benefits. Okay, and even if I come to tools, I have security console. Now see team, all the access got improvised to my user team. Earlier, these many functionalities from Abhishek Verma login we have not seen, but now the access got improvised. That is because of this R back. So whenever we configuring the user account in the Fusion system, whatever the roles that we assign, the user will be provisioned with that module related functionalities in the system team. Even if I try to log in with my credentials team, okay, if I try to log in with my credentials team, hcm.lab, okay, I could able to see here all functionalities. The meaning is team, I will use this account for all the trainings team for HCM, financial, supply chain. So in this system, all the product related roles assigned to this user. That is why I could able to see many functionalities here team, right? And even if you come here, we have settings and action, and we have administration team. See, here we have something called setup and maintenance. That is our FSM task in the system team, functional setup manager. From tomorrow onwards, whenever we proceeding with our core HR module or anything, in each module, this Excel yet to be shared, I will share it tomorrow after the class team. For each module, different configurations and their task names we have to configure that team. So any module configuration that you want to do in the Fusion system, going forward every day, you will come to settings and action, you will go to setup and maintenance, and you will search. But now for our Abhishek Verma, that is not available. See, there is no administration area coming. To have access that administration work area team, we have some implementation roles like application implementation consultant, okay, consultant, then application implementation manager, okay, and application implementation administrator. We have 3 roles available for that team. Okay, so here, if you go to the user team, now let me go to our user tools security console. Okay. And then let me go to users, and our user we will go team that Abhishek Verma, what we created, Kumar.Oracle18. And now let me try to edit and add those roles also team. What are they? Application implementation admin. See team, application implementation admin. And then team, application implementation consultant. Okay. Then application implementation manager. So if these roles also, if you assign to the user team, see, along with your module related roles, these application implementation roles also, if you assign team, that option will come to the user. Now I saved it, right? So see team, this is the concept of rollback, sorry, RBAC in the system team. Creating the user is not sufficient. What access that user should have will be decided based on the module or the functionality related roles that we are assigning to the user. Now let me go back. Let me sign out and sign in team, and let me check it out. Because when we do the changes, immediately it won't reflect. As I told you, we have to do couple of times. Okay. Let me sign in. Let me sign in. Now see team, when I come to my right side settings and action, it's taking slight bit of time team. As usually also it will take a minute or less than a minute sometime. So that is quite common. It's not something like issue in this instance or something. Usually also immediately it won't show because some time it will take for the system to process in the backend team. That is the reason. Let me try it out in another window. Okay. When I log in with this Abhishek Verma user ID team, here I could able to see that. See, now it came. Earlier, these are not available to Abhishek. Now all these edit pages, global page, setup and maintenance, everything came. So you have to understand this concept team. Whenever in the real time, whenever we creating the user accounts for all of our team members, our implementation team, while we creating user account, all the roles that we will be adding to our user accounts team, then only we will have full access in the system. But when it comes to employees team, whenever HR hiring the employees, this part when it will come, once we configure the system, everything, core HR, absence, payroll, everything we configure, we hand over. Now our client Tata Group day-to-day usage, they are using the system. When HR hiring the employee, based on the job designations that employees are hiring, what roles to be given, that all will decide, and we will give access to the users accordingly. But in Fusion system team, security will be working on roles concept, right? So this is how we will be working in the system in the real-time team. For all of our team members, we have to create the user accounts in this way. Then team, what else we can see here team, creating the user accounts. See, after creating the user account, as I told you, any sort of updations that you want to do to the user, you can come to user account, search the user, click on that username, then click on edit, and you can able to do whatever you want team. You want to add roles, you can add more roles. If you want to delete any role to the user, you can delete the user role one by one here team. In a bulk, all roles at one shot you want to delete, remove all roles you have. See, whatever the roles you added, everything you remove. If you want to add more, now you can add more. I'm not doing that. Cancel it. Okay. So that is team. Removing individually one by one, cross icon, at a time, remove all. Kumar, what are these assignable or auto provision team? See, these are the advanced concepts within the roles team, because I am telling you, for the employees in the system, whenever hiring happen, system will automatically create the user accounts. I am telling. Obviously, if user account system creating means roles also should automate, no? If not, after hiring, HR will manually come to security console, search the employee account, manually HR will add the role. That will take a lot of time. So how the user accounts are automatically creating, roles also should automate in the system team. So for that matter, separate sessions are there for role management discussion team. These are too early, because until unless if I make you familiar with all these modules, within each module what configurations we have, what functionalities we have, if I talk about the role customizations, role automations, you will not understand team. At this point, my intention is to make you clear. When we go for the project, if client given one account of our project manager, then how we will use that account. For remaining all team members, how we will create the user accounts. I want this from everyone to understand team. When it comes to employees, how it is happening, I will touch base this in the core HR module by hiring the employee. Practically, I will show you. And within roles, role customizations and all will be their team. Then auto provision is one concept, role automation concept team. What is this functionality, auto provision? These will be explained to you in the role management classes separately after our functional training. As of now, how to create the user account, how to assign the roles, how to update the user account, these all things you learned in sufficient. Okay, then whenever we created the user account team, some password expiration came. Just now, 15 minutes back, I created the user account team on 3rd February today. Exactly April 4th. Okay, April 4th, password expiration date trigger. What is that exactly? 2 months from now, I believe, right? Feb to March, March to April. Yes, exactly 60 days. Password expiration date trigger. How it happening? Means by that date, this user have to reset his password team, or else his account will become locked. Who told that? 60 days, the password should reset. Not only that thing, if you could remember, whenever I am creating the new user account team here, if I want to create a new user account team, the moment I given the email, automatically username taking up. For example, I am creating a person by name TrioTech Kumar. In the email, I will give kumar@gmail.com. I came to next field. The moment I pass email, system taking up the username as my email ID. Who told system to take that? My client might have a different requirement. My client telling me, hey Kumar, in my organization, for all my employees or non-employees, whoever it might be, the username format should be first name dot last name should be there, Kumar. Who told that system to follow? Huh? Or when I'm creating a user, when I keep the password here thing, some information button coming. What is that? Password policy. Minimum characters, uppercase, lowercase, special characters, these all should come. Huh? Who told that? Minimum, these characters, uppercase, special character, lowercase, these all are customizable team. Username rule, password policy, password expiration policy. Here we have something called user category default. See, so in the Fusion system team, we have something called team user account rules. User account rules concept team. What is that team? User account rules. Like what system should follow, what is the username format, what is the password policy, what is the password expiry date. Those all things we can able to configure in this category team, but that I will take up tomorrow. Keep these points in mind. We can able to customize the system according to our client requirement team. Not only that team, whenever we created the user account, right? Just now I created this Abhishek Verma account. Here I could able to see the status coming as active and locked. And here team, I have different actions button to perform. What are these things? When the account will become inactive and what happen if account is inactive? See team, for non-employees, for Abhishek Verma is a non-employee. If I want to make it inactive, I can edit here. Then I can uncheck that. Account will become inactive. If the account is inactive, if the user tries with his credentials, it won't work team. It will show as authentication failed. Check it out. Take it as an exercise for today. Okay. But usually team, when the account will become inactive in the system, for the employees team, for the employees I'm talking team, in the system, whenever an employee submit the resignation team, with effective to his last working date, the resignation date, the status will become inactive. Means he's no more an employee. Why his credentials should work in the system? Usually for the employee accounts in the system, whenever employees submit the resignation, the status will automatically change to inactive. And all the roles that what user having will be revoked by the system. That is a seeded system behavior team, right? That is status active, inactive. Then locked. When the account will get locked team, now you people will start coming from tomorrow to me. My password is not working what you given. The problem, team, in Fusion system, we have a standard security feature which we cannot even customize also. If we are trying to log in with a wrong password for more than 5 times, earlier 3 times Oracle given team, but now Oracle made it to 5 times, 5 attempts. More than 5 attempts, if you are wrongly inputting the password to the account, automatically system will consider it as a security breach and it will lock the account team. You cannot use that credentials team. Again, HR should come, I mean, the admin should come and admin should unlock the account team. Okay. So automatically locking will happen during that time. 5 times, if you give wrong password, account will lock automatically. And when the account locks, if you use the credentials, it will come as authentication failed. If not that, manually, admin want to lock the account team. Let's suppose in real time, one of the employees suspended for 15 days from the office due to some miscellaneous activities. Company on a serious note suspended 15 days that employee from the company. That 15 days company want to hold his access to the system also. So the HR admin can come to the account, manually he can lock account. See, account locked. When the account is locked team, now let me sign out and sign in. Let us see whether system will allow me to log in or not. Now again, I'm logging with my same user credentials team, kumar.oracle18, and I'm signing in. What is that showing? Authentication failed. This is not allowing me. That is locked. So manually, if you want to lock and unlock, you can do it from here. Again, 15 days completed, that employee came back. Again, his account to be continued. HR can come, action, unlock. See, account again unlocked. Now see, same credentials I will pass and I will sign in. Now system allowing me. There is no issue in stopping me now. See, that is what happens when your account is locked team. So my sincere request to every one of you, when we share the application access to you for practicing, please don't change our passwords team, because it's not you alone working. Many of your friends in the batch, they should also practice, right? And everyone will have a very rigid timelines. Everyone have their offices. In the free time they will be practicing. So please don't try to reset the password that what we are giving team. If you want, by using our login, create your user account, you play around all these things. But whatever the login that what we are giving, please don't lock it or please don't reset the password, nothing. If you do that, the other people will get trouble because of your thing. Again, we have to reset. It's a double work for us also team. Okay, that's okay. So this is about the concept of security in the Fusion system team. I will conclude here for today. In tomorrow's session, further, what are all these options, and while we creating the account, how this user accounts we can able to customize the rules, that all we will see team. Because this will be the first knowledge point that every one of us should have when we go for the project implementation team. The first experience we will have is this only. Client will give one account. Sometimes they will only create for all of us team, but maximum times they will create one account for our project manager. They will ask for all your team, please create the accounts and start working in the system. So we should be aware of how to get our user accounts created in the system. Whatever we have seen, like this, we have to create our user accounts in the system team. Once we get access to the application, then we'll start with the module configurations one by one team. Okay. So any questions as such in today's topic, online people? Let me unmute. Yes, please.
Hi, Kumar. Hi, I have a small question.
Yep.
So,
Please tell me.
how many roles can we add to
No
an
limitation
employee?
like that.
No limitation.
No limitation like that. Any questions
Hi,
or
Kumar.
yes, Nishant?
You have created for Abhishek Verma many roles, but if Abhishek Verma is a business analyst, why to create many roles to him?
Sorry, why?
If suppose HR, given him as a business analyst role to join in the company, but we created many roles here. May I know
We
why?
have
What is the
not
reason?
created the roles. For every module, Oracle delivered the roles. For the user, to what functionalities the user should access, we are adding that roles to the user. So if you're talking about an employee perspective, if you're hiring the employee as a business analyst, you want to give access only for a particular module, only give one role or the other role, not everything. But now, for a training purpose, I have taken the example from the implementation team. So obviously implementation team, we should have all access to all the modules. We are going to configure them. That is why we added all the roles.
Okay, but basically every employee is applicable to all these roles.
No, yeah, they're accessible, but in real time, based on the employee designation that he is hiring in which department, whatever, only that related roles will be assignable, not everything.
Okay, who will be telling those what is applicable to him,
HR,
like
that
HR?
means in the
HR.
client side.
Okay, got it.
Madhura.
Kumar, I have one question.
Yep.
Sorry.
Someone, please, Kumar, continue.
Okay. I have one question. When you were assigning roles, so before that auto provision, there were some ticks and like compensation and payroll, it was not ticked. So I want to know that difference.
What is it? Compensation admin?
Compensation manager and payroll manager, that box was not ticked.
That is what that I'll tell you. Basically, assignable, non-assignable, these things you're asking,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
This I
that
will
is.
tell you because when we configuring the custom roles in the system, we have to enable. We have something called self-requestable, assignable concepts are there, but this is too early. There is no point that if I explain now, we won't get that thing. Once I
Okay,
deep dive
okay.
into the role customization, only you will understand. That is what I told upfront. We will talk about them in the role customization part. Okay. Yeah, hi,
While
Kumar.
while adding the roles, like the drop down used to come, right? ORA underscore PER underscore employee. That will
Yeah.
automatically pop up, or like
These
who
are
is building
automatically
those roles?
comes up when you search for any role here.
Mm-hmm.
All these are Oracle
Yeah,
delivered
yeah.
one, every module.
Okay. That
They
we are
will
not
sit in
entering
this
anything.
section.
Right?
Hi,
And
Kumar.
also, you told something like, please go to the settings and actions.
Hmm.
Just can you repeat what exactly we have to do in that
No,
tab?
to give access to this administration, these all functionalities, I told that these are the roles required for the user. Application implementation consultant manager for this section to get access.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
No.
Actually, I don't know how to practice all these things, sir, because I am from non-IT background. And whenever I am getting that password and user ID, so I am unable to access, sir.
I'll tell you. So first of all, take that out of from your mind, non-IT or whatever it is. Everyone came from a different backgrounds. That is
Yes,
nothing
yes.
to find here. Be clear. See, two environments we have shared. Even that I want to give clarity to everyone team. This is one environment. Please follow this, very important. If there is no clarity here, you will get stuck up with the practice sessions. One is ekmk/test login at the end, oraclecloud.com, ekmk/test. This is our private environment. The user ID given to you for this is sara.hcm, right? There is one user by name sara.hcm, right? So
Yes,
this is
sir.
private environment. In this environment, the entire next period of whatever the period that environment access we given to you, throughout the period, this will be a non-refreshable server. So end to end, you can practice in this environment. And the other set of environment that we given is this one, eqjz.oracledemos.com. These are demo environments. Every 3 days, every 5 days, Oracle will refresh the data. We cannot promise the data that what you configured today will not be available after 1 week, team. We cannot promise on that. Only for practicing security concept. Why? Because team, I'm open to everyone. Private servers, we will never give security console access to you, because if I give security access to you, I cannot hold the access after the period that what we are giving to you. So in private environments, except security, remaining all means today, tomorrow, we are going to discuss security only. Please use these demo instances for practicing. From day after tomorrow, whatever that we are going to start, you can use this stream. For throughout the training, you can use this private environment. But security concept, please use demo server. We will be giving the username with hcm.lab. So whenever you want to practice security, you can use this one. And also, if any functionality in private server is a trouble to you, any errors are coming, you could not able to proceed further, then use this as a standby. But every time, don't rely upon demos, because demo instances will refresh every 3 days to 1 week. That is Oracle will and wish. There is no control to any one of us, including me. So this is something only a standby environment to you, and also for security classes to practice. Okay. This one, whatever the user we give, you have to use that. You don't need to create any user account separately. You cannot do that also, because security we are restricting in this. Please use our user ID, login, start practicing what we are doing. Now, what you have to do? First 2 days from your side, nothing to practice. That's a pure
Hello.
theoretical part. From today, we started with security. Now you start practicing. I'll give the assignment to you, the first set of assignment on Thursday for the entire 5 days, whatever, or 4 days, whatever we have completed. On Thursday, I will give the assignment. You can start by using that, or else day by day from today, what we have discussed, user creation. Start practicing that in the system. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, Kumar.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Who's that?
Yeah, hello. This is Ismail. Sorry to interrupt. In user management row, we have created user details and a password. After that, I have observed in the screen sharing, we are having account information. So in account information, password related also, we have to give the details, or it will take manually, like default expire date, it will take.
This one you're asking?
Yes. We have to give manually, or it will take
No,
a
no.
default like
We will
60
not
days.
do. It will, no, that's what. For that matter, not only password expiry, along with
Oh.
that, the username format, what to take, password policy, what to take. There is something called user category. Here we will define that settings, whether it is 60 days, 90 days, or 120 days, that all. That's what we're going to see in tomorrow's session, user category.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Sir, I have one query. While you were adding the roles to the user account, you mentioned that you can ignore the duplicates one. So how to identify which one are the duplicates one out of those
Simple. The
drop down?
Oracle delivered one will start with a code of Aura. The duplicate one will not start with Aura. It will start with
Okay,
CSA. Some different names will be there.
okay,
Hey,
okay,
hi
sir. Thank
Kumar.
you, sir.
Yeah,
Hi
Hello,
Kumar.
good
Kumar,
evening,
Uh,
sir.
Kumar.
let me ask the question. So, can we write a script to create the users and assign the roles?
Script we don't have. We have something called HDL or spreadsheet for bulk
Okay,
creation for 10, 20 people at one time if you want to create. Then we have our bulk uploading data tools that we have
okay,
here. Inbound
got it.
integration, HDL spreadsheet. We'll handle with this.
Got it, got it. Okay, thanks, Kumar.
Hey, hi Kumar.
Yeah.
So I have seen all the roles you have assigned. So are these specific for HCM module?
Yes, these are
Okay.
specific to HCM only. Like every product will have their different roles according to their modules.
Okay.
As
And in the
we are
real
concerned with HCM, we are dealing with only HCM.
okay.
Finance
And,
people will take care of finance implementation, supply chain, like that.
okay. And in the real time, so when we go live tomorrow, so let's say for example, after completing this course, when we practice or when we try to implement on client requirement, so we'll be using the similar or same profiles, right?
Same environment and same rules, same nothing different.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, hi
Kumar, I
Kumar.
have a doubt.
Hello.
Yeah,
Uh,
one.
Yeah, hi
yeah,
Kumar. So for the application implementation consultant, okay, for the system administrator. Okay, so do we require all the three roles? I mean, which
Not,
you have
not,
assigned?
this one is sufficient. This
Okay.
actually that one is sufficient, but Oracle will tell three roles as the implementation roles. That is why training purpose I will cover this, but this is sufficient actually.
So any differences or any extra
Not
privileges?
in
I mean,
the functionalities that I have shown you, but granular level some changes are there. When we get into the system,
okay.
in some processes when we're running, we have scheduled processes. There we have some differences. Some of them we cannot able to run only with this rule. This support also required.
Okay, and for the private code, which I mean you have shown to us, Sarah dot something, right? So
Sarah.
let's suppose if you are not providing the IT security console. So let's suppose if I wanted to add something, some extra roles in it. So how, I mean, do I need to
You have
request?
to intimate to us, we can able to add that.
Oh, okay, thank you.
No problem.
Hello, good
yeah,
evening,
Kumar.
sir. One question
Kumar, I
here.
have a question here. These roles and these things as an implementer, we need to decide, right? What roles to assign, what.
For our team, what to have, we will assign. But when it comes to employee, it's their business how to decide. Because employee, to what extent, what role to be given, HR will decide that.
Okay. Do we not come into that role to decide like how it should work and how?
For working and all, we are the one to decide because we have to configure it according to the requirement. But ultimately, assigning part when it comes, HR will take care. I'm telling.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
So Kumar,
Hello. One
Hello.
question
yeah.
is there, sir.
Hello, I have a doubt.
Jyoti, please.
Yes. Actually, every company will use same application for user details updation.
Same.
Actually, I'm
Application
working
remains
in
same.
HCB, Standard Chartered Bank. Every day I will update. I will update user details in. They will use RD portal. In that RD portal, I will update as
See,
per.
application to application differed. If it is the same Oracle Fusion, if you're asking, then it is same. In PeopleSoft, they have different concept of user creation. In SAP, they have different. Every ERP application, these all are different ERP applications, right? See, if you want to make a call, or let's say if you want to do some sort of text messages. In iPhone, we have one sort of user interface, one sort of options to select and all. In Android, we have one sort of mechanism. All these are different products, but within Fusion, if you're asking me from one client to another client, the process or the screen application remains same.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
One question is there. This user ID creation is followed for only for implementation team,
No.
or for employees also
In
follow same.
in the initial, when we enter into the project, we are getting created for our team. But once we are configuring core HR, AppSense, all these modules,
Okay.
in core HR module, all the employees' accounts also have to be created.
Okay, in
Because
the same
yeah,
process that
not
core
same for employees manually, you don't need to define. Either if HR is hiring them directly in the Fusion system, automatically system will generate, or by the time we are in the implementation, let's say client using till that time SAP or PeopleSoft, we are migrating the employees data from that to this. Then through HDL, we will create, not manually, but through a bulk uploading tools, we will create that.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, hi.
Okay. I'll conclude here for today, team. Let's conclude for here. Tomorrow we'll join back and we will continue, team. I will upload that materials PDF to you starting from day 1 for next 20 days. Every day session that what we are going to have is documented, team. You can able to find that PDF of Core HR 130-page document. Please use that for practicing. And 2 applications that what I told you for practicing, I will give you. Whatever we discussed today in the demo instance, you start practicing. If you are in the project, you have to create the user accounts for your team, how you can do, how the access is working. Practice that. We can meet tomorrow and we'll continue, team. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Team.